I'm back for some reason. Basically this entire day is stalling because I'm going to, like, a sleepaway camp. Not really, it's out of college, so it's not really a camp, but it's this summer program that runs for 2 weeks straight, where you stay at a college, take college classes, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that's besides the point. I have a lot of free hours before then, and so because I have stuff to do today, I have nothing planned, but I also have nothing planned for the rest of the day, so I have nothing to do. Anyways, I was just, like, scrolling through YouTube, and I saw a notification that I got a comment on my last video, and I was like, oh, wait, I forgot about this. And it was like, oh, yeah, this is so good. So I decided, okay, you know what, I'll just watch through this, because I have time, who cares? And me talking on its own wasn't too bad. There was a lot of pauses, but honestly, like I said in that video as well, it's low quality, but who cares? My channel's not going to be getting millions of views, so nobody's going to be commenting, you fucking suck! You suck at editing! Though there were a few things that pissed me off. One of them, top right corner, the now playing thing, bro, every now and then I would see it like, now playing Velvet Ring. Like, this was at the end of the video. It said it was playing Velvet Ring, except, oh, that's not the cover to Velvet Ring. It was the cover to Army Dreamers, and it was playing Army Dreamers. It did the same thing at the start. It was playing Fame is a Gun, and it was for a while, and then it switched. But, like, the picture switched, the title switched, but it was still playing Fame is a Gun for some reason. That was pissing me off so much. I was like, oh my god, I spent so fucking long. I probably spent like triple the time I did actually recording audio and editing that audio, because believe it or not, I did edit it. Kinda. Also, sorry for my voice being so scratchy. I don't know why it's like this. Whatever. Yeah, no, it was pissing me off to see how, like, out of sync it all was, because there's 3 different main things. The name of the song, the cover of the song, and the song itself, and none of those were together. Like, the picture, well, that's a lie. I was gonna say the picture and the title of the song were in sync, but that's a lie, because like I said before, there was a point where it said it was playing Velvet Ring when it was showing the cover of Army Dreamers and playing Army Dreamers. So, I actually have no, I remember in the last video I was saying, my gauge for the video of, how long I thought it was gonna be. I think I said, a minimum of 15, a maximum of 20, and it ended up being, 19 and a half minutes long. So, honestly, pretty good time. But for this one, there's no gauge for time because, for one, I forget. I was thinking about this earlier, but I forgot my words. I have no, written out plan. In the last video, I had a list of things I wanted to talk about. In this video, there's none of that. So I'm just gonna be, talking for no reason. But at the same time, it may be a bit longer because I have so much time, and since there's no topic that I'm stuck to, I can just say whatever the hell I want. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm grabbing a soda. So, the reasoning, something I use a lot, I'm voice acting a lot, and obviously, if your, throat is sore, you're straining your voice from screaming, which I've learned how to not strain my voice, but overall my voice is just scratchy in general, for some reason, but soda actually helps with that. So, all the time while I'm recording audio, I'll just have some random can of soda next to me. Right now I have Canada Dry. I'm trying to start and stop the recording whenever I take a sip, so there's not just random, like, drinking sounds in there, but let's be honest, I'm not gonna remember to do that I'm not gonna remember to do that every time. I actually, because I just rewatched my first episode of this, I actually want to, like, touch back on some of those topics, but before, I want to mention, oh my god, I hate this layout so much, because I keep looking at random things, like, why did I blend the tail like that? It looks so sloppy. And another thing, I don't know, just overall, it looks messy, but then again, I did that very, very late at night, just, like, throwing shit together, honestly. I'm probably gonna make a new one, but at the same time, I keep saying this whenever I try, oh my god, whenever I try and make a series, I always say, if I do this again, 9 times out of 10, I never make a part 2, because it never does good, and it's like, normally I'm not doing things for the popularity, but the thing is, I can make them in my head. If I make them in my head, no effort is done, I'm enjoying it. And because no one's gonna see it anyways, if I did make it, there's no difference. Yeah, that's that's the laziest thing I've ever fucking said. Anyways, going back on some of those topics, when I was going over what makes a good series, what makes a bad series, what makes me want to join a series, one thing I mentioned was no servers with, like, more than 100 members. And I still stand with some of the stuff I said about there being no main members that everyone knows. Though, I do join series with more than a few hundred members now. I think I recently joined one with, like, 500 people. Actually, let me check. I was way off. The biggest audition server I'm in right now has 6,000 members, like a little more than 6,000. And I did audition. I'm probably not gonna get in because honestly, my voice sounded like shit that day, and I was just trying to get in auditions because auditions. Okay, when I joined, there had already been more than 1,000 auditions. Maybe like 2,000, 3,000. I don't know. There was a lot. And so they had closed them. They said, okay, after we're done sifting through all these, we're going to open them on this date, and then we're going to close them the week after. And like I said before, I'm going to, like, a sleepaway camp today, and I won't be back until, like, the 18th. So I kind of had to do it anywhere before today. And as you can tell, my voice isn't any better. It's gotten less scratchy because, once again, soda. It is so fucking helpful to have soda on hand. Like, I don't even like Canada Dry. I don't like ginger ale at all. But we have these, like, small cans of them that are, like, hand-sized, I guess. I don't know, like, half the size of a normal can. And I don't like drinking entire things of soda. If it's Monster, that's a different story. Even still, I can't drink a lot at a time. I don't know why, I just never can. So I like having the small cans, even if it's not something I like. I don't hate ginger ale, but I also don't like it. So the only time I ever drink it is to make my voice less scratchy for when I'm screaming into a mic like I am right now. You know, like, I'm not screaming, but this is way above a normal talking volume. Okay, well, let me think. There's another thing I wanted to... Oh, yeah, I remember. Another thing I wanted to mention that kind of changed since that last video. I'm no longer doing a lot of paid voice acting. I'm trying to. It's just that not a lot of paid series are looking for voice actors. Or at least not where I look. I normally look... Okay. So, if you're a voice actor, you probably know of this place called Kirameki. It's a place for finding voice actors. There's like 10,000 people, or there was. The server recently got raided and they deleted it, made a new one, so there's actually less than, oh god, there's actually less than 2,000 now, just checked. So obviously it's less active, but it's still pretty active. It's still the biggest, like, well-known voice acting advertisement server ever. If you mention Kirameki, someone's gonna know what you're talking about. But in that server, there's an area called Looking For, where people kind of just like list things that they need for their series. You send them examples of past work regarding whatever you want to be casted for. Oh my god, my voice is so scratchy. I can't get over this. It's pissing me off. But I'm just gonna like... I actually might just like use this to fill time. So this will probably be a lot longer than the first one. I'm already at the like more than 10-minute mark, and I've gotten nowhere. Like I said, there's no plot, but I'm almost at 11 minutes, so almost half of what the first video was, and because there's no bullet points, I can't gauge what I'm doing because there's no point to me doing this. I'm just screaming into a mic and hoping for the best. That's what I was saying. Not a lot of, like, oh my god. A lot of series hold auditions and then start doing Looking For things because, like, oh, we can't find enough people to, like, join the server and audition, so I'm just gonna, like, look for people specifically for this. So by the time they're like looking for things for like a paid series, they've already casted voice actors and whatnot. So majority of the time they're looking for things like animators, artists, shit like that, shit I can't do. I suck at art. Like, I was gonna say look at the screen, that's not really art, that's like just shitty editing. I haven't fully committed to a drawing in a while. I've tried to, but I don't know, just never finished. There's one drawing that I'm like, I fully rendered their heads, and then, like, forgot to even draw their clothing, forgot to draw one girl's, like, half her hair. I don't know. I just, like, haven't... art block. I don't know, man. But I'm actually planning to make a video with my art. Basically, I saw this video a few days ago, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's so cute, and it was, like, art versus the artist, and it was, like, showing a drawing of themselves, and then they walk out from behind the drawing. I don't know, I thought it was really cute, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to do that. And so I was like, wait a minute, what if I do that, but I draw my, like, character, you know, the character on screen, the alien? I'm gonna draw them in, like, all the outfits I wear. I'm probably not gonna finish that. Like, I feel like, I don't know, my art style is so inconsistent that by day 2, I'm probably just gonna get pissed off at myself for how, like, different all the art looks, and, like, oh, I don't like the way this one looks, but, like, it's too late, I don't want to redo it, so I'll probably never end up posting that video. I'll probably never end up even getting halfway through that. Speaking of, like, video ideas I actually have a thing in my notes app of video ideas, so, you know, I'm gonna put that on screen and just read it off real quick. Okay, I have it up on my screen. I'm obviously gonna remove it for the actual video, but one of the things it says is, like, the first thing up on the list is hammers in fighting games. These aren't in any particular order. I just, like, click randomly on the screen and write it wherever. Hammers in fighting games. The reason I wanted to make a video on this is because, bro, I don't know why, hammers are so fun to use in fighting games, because there'll be this, like, tiny ass character, and they just have a giant hammer that's, like, double the size of them, and it's just, like, so fun. It also normally does a shit ton of damage, especially in, like, magic-based games, like, ooh, I hit you with my hammer, you catch on fire and die. I don't know, they're just so fun. Actually, the reason I added this is because I was playing Grounded 2 with my dad, and there's a, like, hammer weapon in that game, and I love using it. Like, it's not the most powerful, it's very much a starter item, but still, I love using hammers. And then it got me thinking, like, in almost every fighting game I've played in the past, I have always opted to play a character that uses a hammer. Like, I don't know why, I just find them so interesting. Anyways, I'll shut up about that. Moving on to whatever the next topic is. You know that the one trend where it's like, I look just like you, with a temper like you? That, I wanted to do that because I noticed something with a lot of my favorite characters in the series. They all fall under the same umbrella of really bitchy characters who are actually kind of funny. I'm forgetting their names. Well, I'm forgetting one of their names. There's this brunette girl in this movie called Drifting Home, and she's an absolute bitch to everyone, blaming everyone for what's going on. And honestly, all I could think throughout that movie was, no, bring her back, because I agree. Like, if I was in that situation where I was, like, stranded out at sea on a building with a bunch of people I hated, like, I'd obviously be pissed off and blaming them, because how the hell would that be my fault? And of course, if one girl said, oh, I've been here before, this just happens sometimes, I'd obviously start yelling at her. She's so real for that. She has no reason to be hated. I agree with her fully. Then there's, like, I remember her name, Takabi's Original Sin, Marina. I love Marina so fucking much. Like, genuinely, I don't know, there's never been a time where she's actually shown being genuinely nice. Like, there was the part where it's, like, teenage Marina, but even still, it was kind of a like, the time traveling thing led to a lot of different universes and whatnot. So, older Marina, obviously she wasn't the same. She wasn't as mean because she was just, like, lonely, ignored, and so she didn't have the chance to be mean. But even still, when Takabi came and tried, like, making her happy, she completely told him to fuck off. So honestly, genuinely no redemption for her, but she's so real. I don't know why. I love her character so much. I can't explain it. Just all the types of characters that are bitchy, but, like, kind of cool. I don't know. They're always my favorite for some reason, even when half the time there's no reason to like them. I keep having to pause the video to, like, drag back the image because I keep talking longer than I think I will be. And I just, like, extended the amount of time it's up on screen. And oh my goodness, I just realized I'm at 18 minutes. I'm probably gonna be talking for a lot longer. I really hope that the people who watch this video are like me and just like listening to people talk, because it's better than just sitting in silence, because this is probably gonna be like an hour of me talking. Probably not, actually, that's an over-exaggeration, but still, it's gonna be a lot of time. Anyways, the next thing that is on my video ideas, there's this, like, Digital Circus dating game, and honestly, first of all, I hate the idea of that. I don't know, I feel like I've talked about this in a video before, about not really liking The Amazing Digital Circus. Actually, I'm gonna talk about that after. Oh my goodness, I just read it. I read the words Digital Circus and just assumed I was talking about the dating game. Nope, I said Digital Circus movie sucking and how it can be better, and then below that says dating sim. Bro. Anyways, I want to play the dating sim because I'm Aroace, which basically means I don't feel any attraction to anyone in any form of way. So I just thought it'd be fun to, like, see if I can, you know, in the game Date Everything, how there's an option to make the characters hate you? I want to see if I can do that and just make everyone hate me. And I want to make it, I want to see if they can, like, date each other. I don't know. I just want to, like, fuck around with the game. Because I actually hate the idea of, like, pretending to date fictional characters. Like, I get, like, dating sims, maybe, but Yumi shipping and whatnot, I don't know. It just weirds me out. Like, once again, I don't feel any sort of attraction, but especially seeing people find pixels attractive, it's like, I don't know. I sound so fucking weird right now, but it weirds me out how people can find something that doesn't exist attractive. Like, I don't know. Okay, sorry about all the cuts in the audio. I keep having to adjust the thing, so once again I can, like, read the list, but I just reached the point where I'm past the amount of, like, time I had on the thing in the background. I don't know how to describe it. I'm doing this in CapCut. I'm recording it in CapCut as well. And the thing in the background just disappeared, so I was staring at a black screen, not even with the notes up. But anyways, the Digital Circus movie, oh my god, it was so bad. Like, I knew from the start. I think I said this to my friends. Like, all of them who, like, who like The Amazing Digital Circus, I was saying, yeah, the movie's gonna suck regardless because of how they set it up. They set up the series in a way that no matter how they end it, half the fandom's gonna be upset. And honestly, I think they realized that and decided to just make it the worst it possibly could be. Like, there's so much stuff that they could have dived deeper into. Like, they didn't really talk all that much about, like, actually who they are in the real world. Yet Kane decided to spend, like, 50 years explaining, like, oh yeah, you're not actually in the circus. It's like a part of your brain that's broken off and trapped here, but the real you is still out there. And that annoyed me because if you have half a brain, you can kind of just pick that up from context clues. That didn't need to be fully explained. But I don't know, it just pissed me off how little they put too many details where they didn't need details and so little details where it could be used. And honestly, another thing I've said so many times to my friends, honestly, I liked all the plot points they had in the movie, maybe minus Jack's abstracting, I don't know. I hated that part. Why did they keep him in a tent, send him to the basement, everyone kill themselves? I don't know, I just fucking hated that. There are so many plot points that were like, yes, I love this plot. It's just like the order they put them in. I don't know. Even some stuff in the movie, it probably could have been said in, like, episode 2, and it would honestly make more sense. Like, I'm not bashing them for having, like, 9-episode series. That's a pretty reasonable length for a short series, but it's the way that they spent the first, like, 7 episodes of the series fucking around and then decided, okay, let's actually make the deepest plot ever in the shortest amount of time. And I heard so many people like, oh, I cried over the movie. And like, oh, okay, I guess. But the lead up was so pathetic that there was nothing to, like, grab onto and actually feel for. Anyways. Next thing on the list is shitty Minecraft updates. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say about, like, that's actually the last thing on the list, by the way. Actually, wait, let me check. Okay, yeah, that was the last thing on the list. But the reason I couldn't tell is because I could only screenshot, like, half of the list. Because underneath the Minecraft one, I had actually written a full script. But I, once again, did it so late at night that I didn't have the time to actually record it. Because I was like, I don't know, I forget what it was. didn't have the time to record it, I guess. But actually, I'm gonna still talk about it. I'm just not gonna read off the script because I don't know, man. You can tell that I stutter a lot when I'm talking, but it's even worse when I'm reading because I'm dyslexic, and when words are too close together, they just kind of turn into a amorphous blob of black ink, and it's just what the fuck does that mean? Anyways, the Minecraft. Fuck. Actually, fuck this. I'm not gonna read off the script because still reading sucks, but I'm gonna break it down into the main plot points because I kind of forgot what I was trying to get across there. Okay, back. The first thing I said was just an intro, but besides that, I first started talking about the new update and how I think the campsites are gonna be a great structure to find, especially towards the start of the game, because the chest could include some very beginner items, a stone sword, some chainmail armor, I don't know, just basic stuff, some bread, I don't know. It'd be a great thing to find towards the beginning of the game. But the part that I don't like about the update is the wood. I know this has been said a lot, but this update comes right after the Pale Oak, and it's so similar to the Pale Oak that nobody's gonna want to get it anymore. And that brings me to the next part, the creaking. It's honestly it has a pretty cool survival element, but because it doesn't actually add anything, it doesn't drop anything, it gives you no reason to want to go to the, oh my god. It gives you no reason to actually think, oh, I should go to the Pale Oak instead of the what's it called, the Dappled Forest. Because the Dappled Forest, there's nothing in there that is actually apt to hurt you. Also, another thing about the Pale Oak, it's so shady in there, like the Dark Oak, that mobs spawn even in the day, though the creaking does only come out at night. But besides the point, the woods looks so similar, and because of there being no mobs looking to kill you in the Dappled Forest, I've seen images, it does look like it's kind of like the Dark Oak in the sense that mobs will spawn even during the day because of how low the light levels are, but I don't know. And another thing that I wrote down in the notes for that, I think with all the leaf colors, sorry, I was thinking, is it leaf or leaf? But it's leaf. Leaves is plural. With all the leaf colors, I think that a black wood would go better. And you're probably thinking then it would just look too much like the Dark Oak. But here's the thing, it's already so much like the Dark Oak because of the fact of how the light levels look low, probably mobs are going to spawn. And it still keeps the idea that there's a reason to go to the Pale Oak to get the white wood because, there's no other options to be safer. And I get, people want a safer option for, just casual survival worlds. But even still, if they want, something that's actually fully peaceful, just go on peaceful mode, go on creative. I don't know. I think a black wood would go really good because I'll be building so many things, and I remember I was so happy when the Pale Oak came out because white wood was always something that I really liked the idea of. And so I mainly use birch for my builds, which another thing, I don't get why people hate birch. It's a good wood. Can we just continue hating on acacia? I play with a texture pack, so everything actually looks pretty good to me. But even without the texture pack, birch wood looks good. The only wood I have a problem with is the acacia, because who wants a bright orange wood? But then again, like I said, I play with a texture pack, so even with that texture pack on, the acacia wood looks perfectly fine. It's like gray. But, not gray, but like a more muted orange. Oh my gosh, I've reached the 30-minute mark. Holy fucking shit. Anyways, I think a black wood would be really cool, because like I said, I was really excited when when the pale oak first came out. My thoughts are so fucking scrambled when the pale oak came out, because just a plain white wood was good. But another thing is I always wanted like a pure black wood, because I'll be building something and the darkest wood option is dark oak, where it's like, okay, that's still good, but it's still brown. It still looks gross with some blocks. But with a black wood, which first of all, I think a black wood would go really good with the dappled forest leaves and whatnot. Like, the bark of the wood is already a lot darker than the wood itself, but it also, like, black wood with like the fiery leaf colors, I think that looks nice. I think it looks a lot nicer than the like weird grayish white thing that they have going on. Like, it's a mixture between the bamboo wood and the pale oak, and I just don't like it. Like, I say that, I'm probably gonna use it for builds anyways, but still, I just think it sucks. It doesn't suck, but I also don't build with leaves very often, so, like, yeah, the biome looks cool, but I'm probably never gonna, I'm not even, who am I kidding? I'm probably never gonna use any of the new stuff in the update. Actually, you know what, I take that back. The shelf mushrooms are very cute. I really like mushrooms in Minecraft. They just add, like, nature to the world. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Okay, I just extended the layout again. I'm gonna limit myself to 45 minutes because, like I said in the last video, the amount of time it takes to, like, find so many songs to fit. Like, I was complaining about having to find enough songs after 16 minutes, because that's 8 songs if each song is like 2 minutes, which is like the average length for a song. But if with like 45 minutes, that's a fuck ton of music. And like, yeah, but I need to find good music for one. I need to record all of that music, which takes however long the music is. And like I said, I need more than half an hour of audio. So I'm gonna need to be recording for more than half an hour. Not only that, but oh my god, I need to edit all of that. So hopefully the like title of the song and the cover and the actual music lines up this time. So that's gonna take even more time, because I also need to like screenshot all the stuff, type out like titles, try and line it up, which takes a lot longer than you would expect for some reason. Like, you can hear what I'm saying. It's not that much editing, but at the same time, I have to sit through what is more than half an hour of music, listen to it all again, because I also have to watch over this video to make sure there's no mess ups, which I did on the last video, but it still ended up looking wrong. So that's an hour. And I also need to spend all the time exporting it, which takes forever for some fucking reason. And I really should have just kept all the songs. I pulled up this thing, and pulled up the layout with all the pre-edited shit, and I deleted all the music and whatnot, and I should have just kept it, and I can't go back now because I don't have a copy, and I can't just click undo because then all the audio's gone. And like, oh yeah, I guess I could export it and then undo it, but I don't know if that would work, because after a while of clicking undo, it just tells you, you know what, you can't go back that far. So I have to do even more. Like, with 40 minutes, and I have 20 minutes of music already done, that's still 20 minutes more of audio I'd have to record, so it's still a lot, even if I did keep it. But whatever. Actually, one more topic I'm gonna throw in and talk about until I reach that 45-minute mark, which I'm like 10 minutes, so I have 10 minutes to talk about this. I'm probably gonna end up extending it more anyways. Anyways, I saw a video and it was talking about Gen Alpha is almost adults. The oldest Gen Alpha right now is 13 years old, because Gen Z ends at 2012 and Gen Alpha starts at 2013. So the youngest Gen Z is 13. The oldest Gen Alpha is 13. It all depends on the months. And I commented that under the video, like, the oldest Gen Alpha is 13. That's nowhere near being an adult. Like, I get it. It's 5 years, but it's the same thing with, like, this is gonna sound like a weird example, but hear me out. Age gap relationships. A 17-year-old dating a 13-year-old is obviously wrong. Yeah, it's a 4-year age gap, and in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad. I know people who have 20-year age gaps in their relationships, and nobody bats an eye. But the thing is, with 17 and 13, the maturity gap is way larger. It's not up to, like, actual time itself. Sure, in just 5 years, they'll be actual adults, but even then, your brain doesn't start being fully developed until you're like 25, 26, whatever it is. So, yeah, sure, they're almost adults, but they're nowhere near being mature enough to be considered almost adults. They're just becoming teenagers. They are fresh out of middle school. Like, Gen Alpha is going to middle school this year. Well, some. Sorry. Where I come from, 8th grade is high school, but next year, next year, Gen Alpha is actually going to be in high school. But regardless, that's still just a freshman. That's still, like, all of high school ahead of them. They've never experienced high school before. That's like, oh, like I said, grand scheme of things, that's not a lot of time before they're adults. But even then, 5 years, that's still a lot. Like, grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of time. Time flies faster than you think. But anyways, the main thing I wanted to talk about is under that comment, I've gotten like 50 replies arguing what year Gen Z ends and Gen Alpha starts. The amount of like 16-year-olds saying, oh, well, I'm 16 and I'm Gen Alpha. Or like 11-year-olds saying, well, I'm 11 and I'm Gen Z. And it's like, I understand Gen Alpha kids not wanting to fall under that stupid stereotype of brain-rotted kids. And so they just say, you know what, I'm gonna say I'm Gen Z, I don't care. Even if it says 2012, I'm just gonna say I'm Gen Z because I don't want to be associated with Gen Alpha. I understand that. And like 9 times out of 10, they actually understand that they're not Gen Z, but they say it anyways, just to put up a fight. Which, annoying still, because most of the time they are still fitting under that stereotype. But besides the point, a 16-year-old saying they're Gen Alpha is crazy to me. I thought the only ones, like, maybe a 15-year, like, no, like, a 13-year-old, it may be kind of confusing whether or not they're Gen Z or Gen Alpha, but 16? The amount of people replying saying that Gen Alpha starts at 2010, someone said it started at, like, 2004 or something. I don't know, there were a lot of really fucking stupid replies, but guess what? The only person who used their brain, one person used their brain and just said, wait, what if I just Google this? And if you take 10 seconds to make a Google search, it tells you that Gen Z ends at 2012. And I don't want to be hearing the excuse of, well, not everyone has a device there where they can search for that. But here's the thing. Public libraries exist. You can go there. But another thing, if you have a device to respond to me simply stating a fact, you also have a device that is capable of making that Google search. Like, I'm pretty sure even Kindle has Google. And every single device comes pre-installed with some sort of search engine where you can just quickly, holy shit, I'm forgetting words, where you can just quickly ask, at what point is the cutoff for Gen Z? When does Gen Alpha start? That fucking simple. Anyways, it is currently like 11 p.m. Not p.m. It is currently 11:45 a.m. and I am meant to leave at like 3 or 4 p.m. So I still have like 4 or 5 hours. So I'm not gonna use all that time to record, obviously. I'm probably gonna use a lot of that time. Probably gonna spend like the next 2 hours editing this, and then I'm gonna have to help carry out all my stuff to the car, and then leave, go get set up there, figure out where the hell my dorm is, and then I'll probably post this at some point. I should be able to finish all this before I leave. 5 hours with maybe like an hour. Like, at the bare minimum, I'll have like 3 hours to work on this. And even still, that's just before I leave. So I should be able to, what's that word? Yeah, I should be able to finish editing at some point today. Even with 3 hours beforehand, if I don't finish by then, I still have time after dinner. The way that thing works is, orientation, or not orientation, but like, you're meant to sign in at any point from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And at 6, everyone meets up at this place where they yap at us for a long time. I don't know. I did this last year too, and I kind of just like blocked it out of my memory because it was really boring. But I don't know. I kind of forget what happens, but we get yapped at for a while until eventually like 8 p.m. rolls around, and then we have dinner. And then we all go back to our dorms where we inevitably don't sleep because it's the first night and we all just want to fuck around. That sounds bad. We're not fucking each other, probably. Everyone there's gay, but it's fine. This sounds like a conversion camp. It's not. It kind of is, actually. Everyone who goes in there straight comes out gay. Last year there was a kid who went in there, a trans gay dude, and left as a lesbian cis girl. It was really funny. And there was a girl who had a full-on boyfriend while she was there, like, who didn't go to the camp. and proceeded to hit on every single girl and just continued to be straight and date him after that camp ended. Genuinely, it made everyone gay. Now then, that is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed having me speak at you for more than half an hour. Bye! Editor's note, I'm zipping up my suitcase to leave right now because, like, I, no joke, worked until I had to leave. Like, I took an hour break, but in total, this took me, like, 3-4-ish hours because at one point audio didn't save, so I rage quit. And I just had to use, like, songs I already had because I didn't want to record more and take even longer. So, like, I finished speaking at 11:50, and it's currently 3:30, so, yeah, bye for real this time. I'm gonna post this now.